And there is Jake Paul, people, blasting Canelo Alvarez for the decision that he made to take on Terrence Crawford later in the year. It's been a roller coaster. He said, she said, he's doing this, he's doing that. But this is what the problem child had to say. And I'm paraphrasing. He said, quote, he said, Canelo Alvarez ducked me. You were scared to fight me. I am the new face of boxing. When all your endeavors fall through, you will realize that you made a mistake and who the real cash cow is. There cannot be any fight made without my name being mentioned. Everything that you did inside the sport of boxing did not affect the outside of boxing. I am 28 years old, 5 years in the game, no shame, and I am liquid. The year of the elephant is coming. Here, MVP coming at you. Those are the words of Jake Paul, and let me counterpunch. You know, I don't know what's going on now. I'm not even going to pretend, because we went from, in the last 3 days, we've had 3 different things. So we just have to see what really happens at this point. We've heard Turki Alashisk. We know Canelo Alvarez is signed to a 4-fight deal. I think Jake Paul saying that he's his own boss. Okay. That's his way of saying that, hey, I don't need Turki Alashisk to make lots of money, but you do. I think that was like a low blow at Canelo. But I mean, if you're under contract to make cash, you know, there's no shame. You know, a contract is a contract, you know, unless it's a slave one. And that's a whole different issue. But nonetheless, Jake Paul is mad. So obviously, if Canelo ducked him, he's not going to be fighting Jake Paul in May. So his whole infrastructure changed. So it's not Jake Paul, because Jake Paul wouldn't have put this out there unless he's trying to lure Canelo back into a fight. Now, that may be the strategy, because remember, Jake Paul is a strategizing fellow. So he might say that to Canelo just to piss him off. And you guys seen that picture that he put, you know, that had Canelo on the floor looking up at him, and he's looking down on Canelo like he's a kid or something. And he's a top star in the sport of boxing. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. But yeah, I think that Jake Paul is just pretty much, you know, giving his opinion about things. And money talks, and everything else runs a marathon, right? The money is looking good for both of those guys. I know Jake Paul was looking forward to that fight because that's the top, you know? So if you made Jake Paul respond, then it's obviously somebody big enough for him to respond, right? Because there's many people that's called out Jake Paul, and Jake Paul has absolutely said nothing. But now he speaks on Canelo Alvarez, you know? I don't know what else to really bank on right now. I'll go live on it, but I don't really know, honestly. He's pissed. I think he feels betrayed, because I think, you know, according to Eddie Hearn, Canelo Alvarez, in fact, was supposed to have a signed deal with Jake Paul, and now it looks like it's not going to happen. So something had to happen with Turki Alashisk. Turki Alashisk had to cut in, you know, give his 2 cents, and his 2 cents were a lot more than Jake Paul's, obviously. So this is what we have. My question is, who is Canelo Alvarez going to fight in May? I don't know who that's going to be, you know. And September, of course, that should be Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford has been asking for this fight for more than 2 years now, after he just destroyed Errol Spence, right? Because he's been called out Canelo. He wants that Canelo fight. And anytime Terrence Crawford wants a fight, you best believe, you know, like Alexander Usyk, they have every intention on winning that fight, and they know how to win that fight. So be careful with a person that keeps calling you out, and he calls you out long ago. He has a plan in store for you. So that makes that fight that much interesting, because Terrence Crawford is not coming to lose, because he's never lost. But Canelo has. Keep that in mind, you know. But back to Jake Paul, though. Jake Paul, yeah, he's pissed off. For him to respond in this way, he's pissed. But hey, it is what it is. You know, this is boxing. And I think this is a learning lesson for Jake Paul, that everything doesn't go your way in boxing. There are things behind the scenes that you can't see and you don't see. And those are the things that will cost the whole plans that you have to be foiled. So, you know, I think it's a learning lesson. So 5 years in the game, you're learning that this is the sport that we love, that we hate so much, for a reason. But you guys tell me what you think of Jake Paul blasting Canelo Alvarez for ducking him and instead signing a 4-fight deal with whoever that is, with Turki Alashisk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.